There's a story that I tell in every Satori group that I do, and it usually comes up at some point in the group where I feel as if I want to convey to everybody how whatever they put in, however much they share with their partner, however there they are and willing to give everything to the group, that will all come back to them, and that's a part of where the real process goes. And there's a story I tell, and I'm going to tell you the story right now. It's one about a beggar who is in the marketplace, and this man who is a beggar in the marketplace has been there all his life, and he always has the same place in the marketplace. Every day he comes out and he sits in the same place, and every day he's asking everybody to please to give to him. And then one day a whisper goes around the marketplace, and the whisper is, the King of the Kings is coming today. The King of the Kings is coming to the marketplace. And the beggar, oh, he's so excited because the King of the Kings is coming. And oh, what could he give to me? He could give me so much, the King of the Kings. And he's so excited, and all day he's listening for the arrival of the King of the Kings. And then in a certain moment, there is the sound of the coach driving into the marketplace, and in the golden coach of the King of the Kings comes, and the beggar is astonished because the coach stops exactly there where the beggar is, right next to him. And he thinks, oh, that's marvellous, what wonderful luck, the King of the Kings is right here. And at that moment, the attendant of the King of the Kings comes around and puts the steps of the coach down, and the steps come right to the beggar's feet. And the beggar's very excited. And the King of the Kings alights from the coach, and he comes down the steps toward the beggar. And the beggar's all ready to ask the King of the Kings for something. And at that moment, just before he can ask, the King of the Kings suddenly puts out his hand and says to the beggar, "What have you got for me today?" And the beggar doesn't know what to do. He has never given anything. He always takes. But what can he say to the King of the Kings? You can't say, "I haven't got anything" to the King of the Kings. You've got to give something. And he, what could I give him? I have to give him something. Oh, I don't want to give him anything. His mind is going around and around. And he has a little bag that he puts his goodies into when they're given to him each day. And so he looks at the King of the Kings, and the King of the Kings isn't going to go away. He's standing there waiting. And the beggar goes into his little bag, and he goes to the very bottom of the little bag, and he looks for the smallest thing he can give to the King of the Kings. And finally, at the very bottom, he finds a little grain of wheat. And it's the only thing that's little that he can give. So, feeling as if every part of his body doesn't want to do it, he reaches his hand out very slowly, and he, holding everything back, puts the grain of wheat, and it hurts him to do it, into the king's hand. And the king says, "Thank you." And he turns around and he goes up, gets back into his coach, and he drives out of the marketplace. Well, the beggar is, his whole day is ruined. He sits there all day long, and he's feeling so bad about everything that he could have got from the King of the Kings. He didn't get anything, and he gave something, and it hurts him. And that night, when he went back to his little hovel, where he lives all alone, and he goes every night and he counts what he's had that day. He goes through his little bag. And so he goes through his little bag, and he puts the things onto the little rug in front of him to see what's there from the day. what he's got. And just as he's about to count up the things that have been given to him, right in the corner of the bag, where the little grain of wheat was, he suddenly pulls out a grain of gold. And he realizes that in place of the grain of wheat, he now has a grain of gold. And how he wishes he had given everything he possessed to the King of